Jeff didn't know how he became a fly, but the whole situation pissed him off. He worked 3 shifts a week at the county landfill, where he cleaned the office, guard shack and restroom every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Crap pay and trash benefits, he'd tell the bald-headed manager from New York at the mum-and-pop pizza shop across the street. He never laughed, but he smiled every time. Jeff liked him. He didn't like the guy from the back who brought orders to the front and wore his hair in a ponytail. He smelled like pepperoni and never smiled at his joke, no matter how many times Jeff tried to explain it. Jeff existed alone, often gazing out his cracked kitchen window to the small-town streets and local shops of Longview, 1 story below. Rent was cheap for the small space. The bald-headed manager said bad things happened in the apartment a few years ago, and that was probably why it was so cheap. Jeff believed him, not just because he was the manager, but because he smiled at his joke. The history didn't bother Jeff, little did, except not having anyone to sing him happy birthday when August 8th rolled around. He ate his cake and blew out his candle alone every year. Jeff had no family and no real friends. Jeff's life changed when he had a heart attack and died. The heart attack hit hard, though Jeff remembers it only hurting for a moment. He walked in after his shift at the landfill, laid his small pizza from across the street on the counter, and when he turned to the recliner, he dropped. Then came darkness. His next memory is blurred by the haze that often connects dreams to waking consciousness. He witnessed his body from above, like a spirit recently released from the restraints of flesh. The feeling of near weightlessness fascinated Jeff, and he spent the first few hours after dying hovering above his old self in confused wonder. Jeff never understood science or religion. He was the only person in Longview to get expelled from both Vacation Bible School and the Cub Scouts, but he had heard of the light he was supposed to go into. So he hovered and waited, and he waited and hovered. When the light didn't show, he floated higher. He tried to pass through the ceiling, but it wouldn't work, and it hurt his head. Jeff decided to rest and think about his situation. If he had passed and become a spirit or a ghost, why couldn't he pass through the ceiling? The question felt important, but thinking while dead proved difficult for Jeff and also hurt his head. So he let the thought go and waited a little longer.